Hi everyone, I'm Thomas, and welcome back to another Software with Thomas stream, where today we're going to be playing a game called Greyhack. That is a hacking simulator game that you can play single player or MMO, play online and all that good stuff. Today, since I am completely new to this game, have just booted it up for the first time today, I'm just gonna be playing single player. Hopefully there's like some tutorials or something. I was gonna maybe like try to like look at some like gameplay or playthroughs, but I'm just going into this more or less completely blind. I have seen a little gameplay of some mission. I don't know if it was the online mode or single player mode. There's this one streamer out there by the name of Pirate Software. They're huge in the Twitch streaming space, and they stream on YouTube too, and their YouTube shorts are real big. Thor seems like a really nice guy, and he's played this game a couple times. So I've caught him playing it. Looked pretty cool, and I realized, oh, I have this game. I should try it. So here we are. Hope everybody is doing good. Had a good last 2 weeks. In 2 weeks. I didn't stream last week. Like I kind of thought I wasn't going to because I had some stuff going on Tuesday, but we're here now, and I'm looking forward to finally playing this game because I was supposed to play it like a month ago. And then I think that was the day that I had like a bad storm run come through, so I didn't know if I was like gonna lose power and if the storm was gonna be noisy. So yeah, I don't think this will be a super long stream. I don't know. I'm probably playing at least 2 hours. We'll see how I feel. If I'm really enjoying it, maybe I'll play more. If I hate it, maybe I'll cut it early. Or if I'm completely lost, which might be the case because I mean, as far as, like I said, I've never played this game. I've hardly seen anything of it. And my experience with cybersecurity stuff is very limited. I've messed a bit in the past with doing some basic cybersecurity stuff, mainly with like messing with Kali Linux and some of like the tools that are on there. But really nothing in depth by any means. So I would definitely put myself in the novice category of like hacking and cybersecurity. So we'll see how this goes. It's kind of a first try for me, first impressions, first playthrough. So might go poorly. It might take me some time to do some really simple stuff if you're familiar with this game or cybersecurity stuff in general. But I'm looking forward to giving it a shot. Should be a good time. Should be fun. But yeah, I'll hop into it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to really like talk about. Not really. I've just been busy. Last 2 weeks I've been working on a couple small side projects which have been fun. Some of them I might do a stream on at some point. I'm trying to figure out also just get a stream schedule kind of figured out a bit in advance. I've been trying to figure out like May's the stream schedule for May, which I've pretty much more or less planned out. Besides next stream, I actually don't fully know what I'm doing yet. But yeah. So I don't have much else to talk about. I guess I'll real quick, since it's the beginning of the stream, I will just real quick shout out that I stream both on Twitch and YouTube. So if you're watching on Twitch and you want to see more stuff of mine, feel free to follow me on YouTube at the channel Software with Thomas. I think since I'm pretty new on Twitch, none of my VODs seem to stay up for very long, but on YouTube, everything is there. So my past 4 or so streams are all up there on YouTube. And if you're watching on YouTube and you like the streaming experience better on Twitch, then feel free to hop over on Twitch. You can find me at Software with Thomas there. Okay. I wasn't, I know for the background music, I wasn't going to play background music, but I don't think this game has any audio because go to the audio section, it just says it's not available in this current version of the game. And I don't hear any like sound effects, so maybe there's just no sound effects at all for this game. Don't really know. Like I said, completely new to this. Today's the first time I booted it up. So let's just click on single player. I really hope there's like some tutorials and stuff that really walk you through on what's going on, because if not, I'm gonna look like an idiot. But let's see. Single player. It is not recommended to use any of your real-life passwords in this game, since the passwords can be discovered by other players and are accessible by any administrator of the game's server. It is also not recommended to use any real passwords in single-player mode, since the passwords are saved in plain text in the game's installation folder. Good to know. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing single player, which says, yeah, you play in a world created on your computer. Unlike online mode, when you exit the game in single player, the in-game universe stops and progress only resumes upon your return. So I guess let's just play. I might stop the background music if there's actual music in this game, but it doesn't seem to be. Okay, I like this little boot up screen. This feels pretty legit. All right, here we go. Pick a username. We're just gonna keep it simple. Thomas. Password, or sorry, computer's name. Mr. Roboto. Password, we gotta go with Hunter2. That's just probably even forget I did that. Hunter2 has got to be an iconic password, right? I mean, I know it said not to use any of your real passwords, but it's a good one. Okay, and we are in. Okay, cool. There are some tutorials. Good. Welcome to your new operating system. This tutorial will teach you the basics to know how to move around the OS. Start tutorial. A question before starting. Do you have experience using the Unix command terminal? Some. To continue, close this window. Double click on the File Explorer program on your desktop. Okay, let's close out of that. Open the File Explorer. Boom. Okay, when you open the File Explorer program, by default, it opens to the home folder of the user who launched it. In this case, /home/Thomas. This is the path where users' configuration files will be saved and where you will normally work. When users create on the machine, their user files will be created automatically under the home path. Okay, it's important to know the file system. How the file system is structured is quite simple. All the folders hang from a main folder represented with the / character, and is the first or the highest directory in the hierarchy. It can be likened to the trunk of a tree as the starting point where all branches originate from. Got a nice little diagram here. Makes sense. Now go to the main folder, the top folder in the hierarchy, and click next. So I guess I can go, does this bring me up a level? It does. So now we're in the main folder. Here you can see all folders that hang from the main one. At the moment, we are only interested in the bin folder and the user bin folder. Go to the bin folder. Okay, easy enough. So far, this tutorial is pretty good. All right, by default, the commands used by the terminal are saved in /bin. Okay, we will come back here later. Now go to user bin. Did I not double click it? There we go. There we go. Here are the programs that have a UI, a user interface, where they're saved by default. So you can run any program by double clicking it as in the operating system. Remember that in the File Explorer.exe program and on the desktop, you can copy files by dragging their icon to the place you want, renaming or deleting files, creating folders, etc. You can open the contextual menu on a file or folder to see the available actions by clicking the right mouse button on the file. Okay, seems pretty standard operating system stuff, but this is pretty cool. I'm liking this so far. As you know, a computer without internet access does not have much utility, and at the moment you do not have access to the network. Your computer is equipped with a wireless network card. If you click on the Wi-Fi icon at the top, you can see the networks that are in your range. Okay, I wasn't sure. I was like, is this gonna show like the actual Wi-Fi networks in range? No, it doesn't. Okay, that'd be a little weird. It's time to get access to the network. This part of the tutorial will not be guided. You will have to be able to read the instructions of a series of commands and execute them correctly. The manual is an essential tool to know in detail how programs found in your computer work. In the manual, you will find examples of the use of commands and programs. It's a good idea to check it when you have downloaded a new program. To get access to the network, open the manual, click Getting Started, First Step sections. Good luck. Close the window. Okay. Manual's up here. Getting Started, First Steps. Here we go. Very exciting stuff. Getting connected to the internet. All right. This is your first installation. You will have verified that you do not have access to the network, so you will not be able to do much until you get connected. In the future, you'll be able to connect to your own connection. Oh, you'll be able to contract your own connection to the network for a monthly amount. Oh, but for the moment, you'll have to access it another way. The operating system has a security suite installed by default that can help you connect to the network. Cool. So for more information, it is recommended that you read the following entities in their manual under the network commands in the following order. To launch commands, you need to use the terminal. You can find a shortcut on the desktop. Once you have access to the network, we recommend that you create an email account, use the browser to find a mail service. Okay. Network commands. I should get my iPad out to write down notes because I feel like I'm gonna need it here. Or maybe there's just a notepad. I'll just use a notepad. That's silly because I could just copy and paste, right? Kind of just like. So some of these, I actually, like I said, I have very limited experience cybersecurity stuff wise. Some of these I do recognize, which is kind of fun. Okay, hold on one second. Oh man. My cat's chatting away. There we go. Okay, happy cat. There we go. All right, so Airmon, IW list, Airplay, Aircrack. I've heard of actually most of these. I haven't heard of IW list before. So now what we need to do is a bit of research on this. Okay, cool. I can't make these like smaller. Just trying to organize my windows a little bit. Let's go ahead and open a terminal. Like we're gonna need it, so let's do it. I wish there was. Is there anything like layout wise? I don't know if there's any good like ways to move stuff around. We'll make this a little bit smaller. I don't think it needs to be that big, but I want to have my notes somewhere. And we'll put the manual up here, just chilling for now. And we'll expand notes a bit more. Put the terminal like down here. I feel like we're gonna need multiple terminals, but for now this should be fine. Okay, let's start learning about some tools. What do we got going on? So terminal programs, network commands. We're gonna first read about Airmon. Let me take a quick sip of coffee before we do so. So Airmon looks like it takes in two parameters. You either give it a start or stop string, and then you give it a net interface, which is the interface you want it to use, I assume. So Airmon, so used to enable monitor mode on wireless interfaces. It may also be used to go back from monitor mode to managed mode. Entering the Airmon command without parameters will show the interface's status. It is the first step to be able to get a connection password of a Wi-Fi router. The network card needs to be activated in monitor mode. This is also very familiar to me. I've messed a little bit with Airmon. Let's see what was it, IW list? I don't know about this. So maybe I'll like just copy this like here, just so I have a little reference of, okay, there we go. Cool. IW list. We'll go ahead and copy this. So it just takes in, I don't know why the copy and pasting click in doesn't, it's not super accurate, but you know what? It's getting the job done. There we go. So it just takes in a net device, and this shows you the list of Wi-Fi networks visible for your computer. So once the IW list is executed, the output will show something similar to this. Which maybe, can I might need to make this window a bit like larger. There we go. Okay. Something like that. So it has the BSSID, the power, and the ESSID, where BSSID is the identifier of the device. Power is the coverage that reaches the Wi-Fi network installed in your PC in a range of 0 to 100%. The higher the number is, the closer your device is to the location and that you can capture the packets faster. And ESSID is the name of the router access point. Makes sense. Okay. This is the fun part, right? Airplay and Aircrack. Airplay. It takes in two parameters. We got a BSSID and an ESSID. So we'll add that there. Used to inject frames on wireless interfaces. The primary function is to generate traffic for the later use in aircrack for cracking the router's keys. Usage details. Once you've selected a network, you can launch the command to start capturing the necessary data to crack the password. So for example, you can do airplay -B, the BSSID, E, the ESSID. In case of failure, it will mean that the router is patched against this vulnerability. Once the command is executed, wait for a minimum number of ACKs, which is, I think that stands for acceptance, like the acceptance packets, to be generated. With a good network power, at least 7,000 ACKs will be enough. For the low power networks, you may need 20K. Once you have reached the desired number of packets, press Control C to stop the process and save the information in a text file. This file will be in the same folder where the airplay command was executed. And then finally, we have aircrack. Man, this is cool. I'm liking this so far, even though we haven't really done anything. Hopefully my camera is fine. I gotta keep an eye on that to make sure I'm not covering anything. I might need to move my terminal down to the bottom right, or move this down just a smidge like that. That works. I'm not too concerned with this layout right now, but you know, if I'm gonna have some of these open for a while, I would like it getting to be somewhat tidy. Okay, and then finally we have aircrack, the key cracking program. Use with file generated by airplay, and you just give it the file, and that's that. So this is it. This is all we need to crack into the network. So let's start with a little airmon, I guess, right? So if we just enter that without any parameters, it says it should give us the interface. So right now we have our WLAN interface and the monitor mode is false. And so what we need to do is do airmon, and then we need to do start and then WLAN 0. And now it's in monitor mode true. First step done. So next, IW list to get a list of the networks. Whoops, I forgot to enter WLAN 0. Okay, we got a couple of options here. We probably want to go for the one with the highest power, the one that's closest to us. So this Eric Cell Delapse OAD3, that's I think the one we're going to go for here. So then all we do is airplay, and we do -B with the BSSID up here. Or is this, hold on. I have to actually use control. Trying to copy and paste, or can I not copy and paste? That would suck. Okay. Wait, why did that -B? Let me double check if airmon's still running. Okay, that is. Okay, we're just gonna go airplay -B. Let me try this one more time. Why didn't this look like... Can I not copy and paste? I cannot. Why not? Oh, I wonder... A lot of terminals you have to like right click. Ah. I don't know why it's like that, but whatever. I figured it out. And then we'll do the ESSID of that. I just want to double check real fast. Airplay. The good network power is 7,000 ACKs is what we're looking for. But we may need for lower power 20,000. So we should probably aim for at least like 10,000. So we gotta give this a second. All right, we're getting some packets, getting some acknowledgements. So this, let's just read what this output is. So it's waiting for beacon frame from the BSSID, sending authentication request, open system acknowledgement, authentication successful, sending associate request, associate successful. It's reading packets and getting acknowledgements back. I understand kind of what's going on. I mean, I'm doing the thing, so that's good. We just got to give it a hot second. I'll probably wait. I'll let it get to like 10K, and then we'll stop it there to see how we're looking. I'm going off of this number. I assume I need to, because that's how many acknowledgements we've gotten. We need that to be around 10K, I guess, to have a good like sample size, or get the right type of packets. I don't know. This is pretty cool so far, though. We haven't even got access to the internet yet, but we're, you know, it's first step. Okay, we're pretty close. We'll have like, 10 seconds. We should be maybe a bit longer than 10 seconds. I'm just gonna go through some of these other things. What else we got? FTP, that's just file transfer protocol. ifconfig, iwconfig, nmap, that I've heard of that one. I haven't really used that. NSLOOKUP, I'm familiar with that. R shell interface, never used that. SMTP, single, no. That's for like mail stuff, right? Sniffer, SSH, who is, interesting. Okay, so we got a lot, and these are all the network commands. There's also basic commands, server commands, user commands, security. Very, very cool. Okay, we're almost there. And I believe, I'll double check, I think you just do Control-C to break out of this. So we do that. File, look at that at the top right. File, oh, I guess my head's covering it. Okay, I didn't know there was gonna be pop-ups at the top right. Let me go ahead and move my camera before I forget. I'll move me to the bottom right for now. I'll chill down here in the corner. And yeah, so we could do a quick ls and see we have a file cap. Can I do open? I'm just trying to get familiar. Open dot is not that's fine. What do we have up here? File Explorer. So we got this file cap. If I open this, what's this gonna do? Can I open binary file? I just want to open it like in text edit. How do I do that? I just want to see what I'm looking at here. That's all. I could do stuff like cat, but that's gonna I guess we could do that. Just do file.cap. There is autocomplete, that's nice. You can't open it because it's a binary file? That's dumb. Okay, whatever. I guess we don't need to see what's inside of it, but I was just kind of curious. So now we just do the final part, which is, let me clear the console. Cool. We do error crack with file.cap. Key found. P. Is that the password? It's just P. That can't be it. Let's try it. I mean, that is it. That's awesome. Okay, look at that. Hackerman, we are in. Love to see that. That's awesome. Okay, so I need to go back to getting started. Here we go. So I knew there was something else I was supposed to do. I was forgetting about. So once you have access to the network, we recommend that you create an email account. Use the browser to find a mail service. Okay. Browser.exe. What kind of popular websites are there? Oh, it's for multiplayer mode. Lame. Okay. Recent websites. I don't have any. Feeling lucky. I think these are all multiplayer modes. Okay. Get out of here, error. Which mail service do I use? There's so many different kinds. The game is automatically saved in real time in both multiplayer and single player, so you don't have to worry about saving the game. To exit, you just open up the menu located in the upper right hand corner and shut down. What am I supposed to do now? Do I have like a goal or a task, or I got in the network? I mean, that's something, right? Let's just open up this one. Seems, I don't know if I like the URL, but okay. There is a mail.exe. Great. Okay, cool. I just had to do that. Cool. You have already have an internet connection. You received your first email. Throughout the game, you'll find missions similar to this one. It is important that you read the text carefully, as any details could be of great help. Click next when you've read the email. Okay. So we got an email from Aiden, that says, I'm watching you, with the subject line. Email says, hi, you do not know me. I monitor new users who register on remote machines like the ones you are using. You may want privacy for some projects you are developing, or may want to earn some money like most people. If you are interested, I can give you access to my private server. But before that, I need you to do something for me. You can consider it a test. I need the credentials of this email address. Belongs to Griffin. Okay, I'm just gonna, this feels like an important little bit of text here, so. Why is that, there we go. Text copying is a bit weird, but you know what? We got there. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay. The mail client leaves a configuration file on the person's computer with the encrypted password. You need that to crack the password. Okay, so I'm just gonna make that as a note. Need to get config file off computer to crack password. Makes sense. I'll put it easy. The IP of the drive, they just gave me their IP address. All right. That's making it easy, but I don't know how I would have gotten it if not, so I appreciate it. I have attached a program that may be useful. You may need some legitimate tools, so I recommend you looking at some shop on the net. Answer the email with the password that I need, and we will continue talking. Right now, you don't have the tools available on your computer to try to access the objective directly, so other methods will have to be used to achieve it. Click the Create New Email button. Social engineering is a more useful tool than it seems. This is true. I don't know much about cybersecurity. I've read a book on cybersecurity, and the one thing I've learned is that, like, as long as humans are involved, humans are always going to be the weakest link, and that's, like, social engineering is a huge factor in hacking and getting access into systems and whatnot. So that's cool. This is a part of this. Okay. In the left column, you'll see a list of predefined emails, each of them with a purpose. In this mission, we need to trick the system administrator by pretending to be the victim so that he gives us access to the credentials of his computer. Select login issue. Social engineering emails, you will need to use the correct information in order to trick the recipients. Since the victim works in the same place as the system administrator, you need to know the victim's name to impersonate it. Fortunately, in the email you received, you have the name of the victim. It is enough to use the last name. Okay, so this is just Pelori. Nice. Although now the problem is that we don't know the email address of the administrator. To know this information, we can use whois terminal program, which by passing it a public IP address offers some basic information about the network. Okay, let's go ahead and do this before. Oh, I guess this is the last part. So if social engineering works, you'll get the credentials and be able to access the machine remotely using the SSH terminal program. Okay, keep in mind that the credentials you get now are not the ones asked for in the mission. You need to find the credentials of the victim's email. Once inside the computer, you must search through the files to find the file with the encrypted password, and then use the program attached in the email to decrypt it. Good luck. Got it. Simple enough, right? Surely. So let's close out of our, let's just minimize our browser, whatever. So we need to do whois of a public IP address, and I guess I'll just copy and paste this. This will get us some basic info. What we need is the email address of the administrator, which is Wareha. So then we just paste this in there. And then we send. Oh man, this guy's a chump. This guy's a chump. Easiest, oldest trick in the book, as they say. So hey, I just checked the network, the status of the network, everything seems to correct. Have you checked that your username and password is correct? These are the credentials of your computer. Username Pylori, password Conturum. Cool. We're getting more and more info. I think at this point we can SSH in. We just need to find the file, bring it on our computer, decrypt it, and then we're home free. So I'm gonna minimize email for now, and I'm gonna quickly hop to terminal programs. I guess this would be, was SSH under here? I forget the layout. Okay, that's how we gotta do it. So we gotta do SSH at, then we gotta get their username. And then we do the IP address. Then it should prompt us for a password at that point. Oh. It's user at password. Whoops. I completely messed up the formatting of that. Okay, so SSH Pylori at, whoops, Conturum, and then we paste in the IP address. It's been a while since I've done some SSH. Your first remote connection. Before continuing, it's important to know that some details about remote connection. Remote connections can only be made through the terminal. In addition to the SSH command, you will discover other programs that allow you to connect to remotely computer to your machine, whatever. When connected to a machine, you can navigate through its file systems, run programs as if it was your machine, provided that you have the necessary permissions. Note that you can launch visual programs through the terminal, even connected to a remote machine. For example, although you can use the scp command to upload and download files from the remote machine, you can also do so using the UI. Do this, launch File Explorer program from the terminal where you're connected. Oh. Launch File Explorer program from the terminal you're connected to. So I'm in the root folder, so I guess I need to go up 2 levels, right? So now we're in like the main directory, and now we need to go to, is it the user folder, I think, or is it the bin? I think these are where all the configurations are. No, this is what I needed. Okay, so then we just want to do /File Explorer. How do we launch a program? Is it not /? Did it tell me and I just, or is it C? No. How do you launch a program? You just type the name, is that it? Oh. Okay. That's cool. That's neat. Okay. As you can see, you're now browsing through the file system of the remote machine using File Explorer. You can copy and paste files between your scene using File Explorer, either by dragging the icons or using the context menu. Like File Explorer, you can launch any program and command that is on the remote machine. Oh my God, what is all this? Whoops. No. What did I just do? I don't know what I just did, but I was just dragging around. Okay. Hold on. Okay, it is recommended that you copy the scanlan program on the remote machine and run it. Scanlan is a powerful program that shows you the network configuration of which the computer is located. Especially useful to solve the missions and know which is the victim's machine according to the local address, data that is indicated in the details of the mission. Keep in mind that while you can scan a public address with Nmap, it may not show you all the computers on the LAN that have active services, since some computers will not have a port configured on the router and therefore will not be visible on the outside. To access these computers, you'll first have to access some other machine that has a port open to the outside or gain shell access, and then from there you can get to the machine on the LAN. You can see more details about scanlan in the manual. It's a good time to show it's a good time to show you how to avoid being caught by the authorities. When you access a remote computer without authorization, it is very likely that you will attract the attention of the system administrator. Boo. If it finds the machine that started the hacking, it will inform the authorities. Depending on the type of network you've accessed, administrators could be more or less permissive. A good administrator will usually find suspicious activity where others do not see it or simply ignore it. In any case, it is highly recommended that you delete your tracks once you've finished an intrusion. All computers keep a log of the log in var/system logs. In it, system events are registered, such as, so I'm gonna this line seems very important, so I'm just gonna copy this. Can I not highlight, please? Okay, I'm just gonna put this at the top. I don't know if I really need, I'm gonna keep those notes there. All computers, whoops, keep a log of the log in var system. Why can't I type log? Okay. To open the system log file, you need to use a visual program like Log Viewer. Viewer to view. Okay. So far, so good. To do this, open the system log file on the remote machine using File Explorer program that you've connected. The File Explorer connected. Go to the var folder, double click on the system log and click next. So we got to go up a few levels, go to var and system log, which we double click. And then we get this log viewer application, which shows us hacking in. That's no good. Oh boy, another wall of text. Let me put this like up here for now or something. We got a quick sip of coffee. So far, I know I'm only like not even an hour into this game. This is really cool. This is really fun. I like in that it's giving you a really good tutorial to walk you through it. Like for someone that's me, that's I guess not a complete newbie. I mean, I'm familiar with terminals and command lines and some networking stuff, so I have some familiarity with some of this, but a lot of it is new. But this is really cool so far. So it is important to keep in mind that the deletion of records is only useful when a passive trace occurs. There are two types of traces an administrator can perform: active trace and passive trace. I'm noting this down right now because I will forget it. That the deletion of records is only useful when a passive trace occurs. To delete a passive trace occurs. Got it. So system administrators, like any other worker, have a work schedule. It's usually advisable to access remote machines at times the administrator is not working. Programs like Admin Monitor will notify you in an automated way when an administrator is present, the approximate time remaining until an active trace reaches you. It is highly recommended that you take a look at the manual in the trace system section to know in more depth how traces work in different ways. For the moment is enough that you know this way to eliminate your trace. Okay. I kind of got that. So it is important for you to remove any traces that may incriminate you in an unauthorized connection. In the current version of the game, you just have to delete any entry in the log that is either shell obtained or file deleted along with your IP address. I'm going to just note that now. Only delete shell obtained or file deleted along with IP address. Okay. If the admin monitor program warns you that an admin has started an active trace against you, it is important that you try to delete the indicated entries and disconnect before the end of the countdown. Do not delete the entire log, since inevitably when you disconnect from the machine, it will create an entry in the log with your disconnection, creating the file if you deleted it. So if an administrator sees a log file with only a disconnect entry, he will suspect and start a trace against you. That is all for the moment. You can close the window. Okay. So I guess we can now go into the back, getting started, and now we can look at this avoid traces section. So when you access a remote computer without authorization, it is very likely that you attract attention of the system administrator. If it finds the machine has started hacking, it will inform the authorities, depending on that. I think that this is more or less what we just read, right? So, okay, the log file. So yeah, the deletion of this is only useful when a passive trace occurs. Okay, so so an active trace, that's like when there's a countdown, right? Is logged into the computer that you have access to. The way to stop this tracking, if it already started, is to disconnect with the remote machine, at which passive trace will begin. Okay, can I copy this stuff? Okay, good. Okay, this seems like a good bit of info. So yeah, to know if an admin or any other user is present on the system, you can use the PS command. If there is a process called dsession, it means that this user to whom the process belongs to is active on the machine. Okay. It's kind of a long one, but maybe split it up into like 2 lines or something. Okay. Maybe I'll expand my notes a little bit longer too. Kind of right by my cam. Okay. This is fun. I'm enjoying this so far. Admin monitor will notify you in an automated way when an administrator is present, the approximate time remaining until an active trace reaches you. Okay. Admin monitor. Do I not have this installed? It says I don't. Okay, what was the other one? I need to use like ScanLAN, but I need to run that on their machine. Okay. I've used something similar to this before. So what we need to do is go to, well, now we need to go back to the top. I think actually we need to go back to user bin, right? To get to the programs. And then we want to run ScanLAN. ScanLAN is not here. So that means we need to move it. How do I make a new file explorer window? Okay, just like that. Okay, so what I need to do is go to the top and go to user bin again. And then we're gonna just copy ScanLAN to their computer. Permission denied. Okay. There's no one's chilling, right? Oh, wait. There is a decent, wait, there's someone, they're on the computer right now. That's not good. Sorry, I'm just reading. So I'm looking at, so active trace is when how are we supposed to know what time they're not working? How do I, is there like a way to like fast forward time or something? Like there's a karma level, that's awesome. I did not know that was a thing. That's funny. Okay. And who is the administrator? We do know this from the who is from earlier. It's this Newton. So Newton doesn't look like they're active, but this pylori is. So I don't think that's a huge issue. Okay. Passive trace, if it occurs after a failed active trace or when the administrator goes to work and checks the logs, finds suspicious activity. The records of the system by which the intruder has been jumping onto arriving at the origin are analyzed. It is advisable to break the chain of connections at any point so that the administrator cannot reach you. The types of traces are much slower than an active trace. Okay, so I think I'm fine for now. I guess I am a little, not lost, but I need to figure out what I need to do now. Which I thought I needed to run that, what's it called? The LAN program, but I couldn't transfer it. I don't know why. Whoops, did that like glitch out the whole thing? Okay, I won't do that. I was getting too immersed. I was trying to like minimize out of these windows and like it was an actual operating system. Okay, so we have this is theirs. They don't have ScanLAN. They have log viewer. It's good. Code editor, good. Settings, okay. I mean, maybe it's just because it's their, like, I wonder if I can put it in their like home folder. Is that why I couldn't before? This seems risky. Okay, I can. Cool. And then we want to open ScanLAN. Permission denied. Let me try this again. There we go. Oh, we are in, baby. Look at that. Give me the whole network. What is all this? Show subnets. Neat. Subnets and local IP addresses. Awesome. This is really cool. Okay, I'm having fun. I was kind of worried like I wasn't gonna get it or they like, weren't gonna do a tutorial, but so far I've been understanding it. And hold on, I got to respond to a quick text. Sorry. Okay, well, I might have to cut the stream a little bit shorter. Not right now, but I have maintenance coming by my place to fix some stuff here in like an hour. So I'll always play for another half hour, maybe 45 minutes. Genuinely having a lot of fun so far, though. This is really, really cool. Very, very fun. Having a blast, sincerely. So, okay. A couple things I want to check. So we are connected, like we're connected to the guy's PC. Like we're where we need to be. This is just for funsies. Like this is just to get an idea of the network. So we can, okay. Show gateway. Okay, show this subnet. Okay. Okay, I don't want to do a ping simulation. Interesting. Okay, so we got this. Hello there, Zalon19. What is this? This is a game called Greyhack. That's a hacking simulator game where you can either play single player or there's like an MMO option to play. I'm just playing the single player. This is my first time playing this, and having a lot of fun though. It's really cool. You use like legit like scripting tools. Like I've done a little bit of cybersecurity and some of these are kind of legit. Right now, my current mission is I've been given a person's email address and I need to try to get their password. So I've essentially hacked into their computer and I'm trying to grab their configuration file for their mail. And then I'll bring it back to my computer, run it through a decryption program and hopefully get the password. This is just the first mission. So I'm new to this game, but I'm having a blast. It's really cool. But yeah, I appreciate you stopping in. This is yeah, it's been fun so far. It's a cool game. Do I have a free key for the game? I do not, unfortunately. But you can get it on Steam. I think it's fairly cheap. It's like 20 bucks, maybe 15. I think I got it on like a Steam sale, so it was a little bit cheaper. But it's cool so far. I would recommend it. It's quite fun. So what I need to do is I'm gonna open up the file explorer and just make this a little bit quicker. So I think I need to delete that scan WAN. That's that actually might like get me caught if I leave that there. Let me open up the user, or was it VAR, the system log with the system viewer. Okay, I need to probably delete these before I go. How can do I just edit these? Do I just delete them? How does this work? I can't move them. I can open a system. Oh, I can like modify. And what if I just click this? Is that gonna delete them all? Oh, that just saves? But if I click this, because I'm supposed to delete the ones, I guess only during an active trace. Okay. I'm gonna test it out now. Yeah, I definitely recommend it. It's fun so far, but I've only been playing for like an hour, but pretty cool stuff. And so let me see, I need to just get this configuration right, which should be in, uh-oh, I kind of forget where the config files are. Are they just in, they're not in user bin, that's like the actual system applications. Is it just I think it's just the bin folder then, right? Where's that, up top? Now, these are user commands, or like the terminal commands. The game told me, and I just kind of forget right off the rip. This seems promising. Did I not write down? This would have been a good thing to take a note of, and clearly I didn't. I kept the system logs. I kept a note of. Is this in my email address with like my initial mission? That would be nice. My inbox. You may need some legitimate tools. Oh, they wanted me to look at some look for some shop on the net. Okay. I didn't actually do that, so maybe I should try that and see what. So just look for shop on the net and see what happens. Page not found. Okay, let me actually like Google it. It's not a URL. Okay, this looks sketchy. What do they got? Oh. Interesting. Okay, they got a lot of stuff. Oh man. Okay. There's some of these parts. Oh, some of these are parts, but I just want like the programs. Neat. Okay, I don't think that's any help now. I just need to remember what folder I need to go into. That's the issue. I wish I had a way to like maybe there is a way I can like re-pull up the hints from help. Is this? No, that's just the manual. I just want like the hints from earlier. Maybe I should have took better notes. I don't see anything that would really help me here. Help is not going to help. Basic commands is no good. Website and services. Oh, shop. Oh, and these stores can get useful. Okay, but that's not helpful. I mean, these look legit, but I don't know. This is the lib folder. I'm just gonna go one by one. etc. Okay, that says password. Sources.txt. What's password? Can I just view this? Okay, but that's not it. Can you look at the task? Sure. So the first task I don't have a thing for, but it was basically I needed to like hack into a Wi-Fi network to get access. That was technically like the first task, and then I set up an email, and then this is the email I got with the task, where it's essentially this random person needs the credentials of this email address. They gave me the name of the person, Griffin Pelori, and then they also gave me the IP address. So then I had to send an email to the system administrator of this place to get, I did like a social engineering thing and got their password. And then since I have their IP address, I was able to SSH into their system, which is what this thing is over there. but now they told me the folder to go into for the password configuration, and I didn't write it down, and I'm kind of forgetting. So I don't think it's lib. It's probably not system. These are config files, but I don't think that's what we want. Root doesn't seem correct. Home, that's not what we want. Var, system log, that's that. Bin is all the commands, that doesn't help. User is just the actual programs. Boot, that's not gonna be anything. And server, I don't think those are anything. Go in the server? What do you mean by that? Because I mean the main thing I gotta do is like I'm already logged in this guy's account. I just gotta find. Look at the SSH. I mean this is this window here is the SSH into their system. The main thing I can see is like they're logged in right now, which maybe not the best thing to see, but that's fine. I mean, I think it's just me being logged in as them. So I can't go into root. I wish I knew what the name of the file I needed was. Maybe I can, because I also got in the email, they gave me a program to like crack the password. I'll just save there, but I don't know what kind of like file it needs. That would probably help me out. I don't want to like restart just to find this one thing I forgot to write down, but I just need to start guessing. ETC, I mean, there's something literally called password. Like that seems pretty promising. So maybe we'll start there and then just see what we can figure out. So I'm going to just start dragging files over and guessing. So we're going to drag password over. Okay. And then just close. Can I open like a new terminal? I'm starting to get a lot of windows open. This is getting a little, I just went up to like my actual thing to open a window. We open a normal terminal on my thing, and then I just need to write decipher with the encrypted file. Let's just try this password file. Can't read file, permission denied. Permission denied. Can I do like sudo? Is that decipher password? Select it. Okay, maybe this is how it's supposed to do it. Okay. Select a user. Oh, enter a valid. Oh, a number. Okay. It's going. Oh, we're getting somewhere. Look at this. I guess it was the etc folder that has all like the config files, and the one called password apparently has the password. See, would have guessed. Now we just play the waiting game. That's okay. Maybe I'll clean up my desktop a little bit. I guess we don't need this open. I'm gonna minimize the mail because that's stressing me out. And oh, you got the game. Nice. What the missing part was for you? The missing part, I mean, I just, at some point there was like a pop-up that mentioned which directory the system saves configuration files into. I kind of forgotten what it was. It seems like it's the etc folder because that's where I found this password file, and that seemed to have done it. Oh, but this is only, damn, okay. This isn't exactly what we need. Oh, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. See, so this password file is something, but this gave us the password for the system, and we need the password for their email. So this is close, but not quite what we need. I need to just maybe try a different So we're just gonna delete this for now. Permission denied. Can I just drag it to trash, please? Or something? How does this work? Can I, how do I delete you? Okay, we'll keep it. I just, it's fine. This is xorg config. That's empty. Okay. fstab. That's empty. apt. Sources. Permission denied. Okay. So maybe this etc is not the correct folder. We'll keep going one at a time. net.so. We're just gonna keep trying different files till we get one that seems to actually want to work. Can't read net.so. Okay. I don't think lib was the folder. Yeah, I don't want to restart this whole thing. It took me a little bit to get here. Which ones have I tried so far? Password and net. What about config.system? Or maybe network.config. Maybe I'll try both of those. Those seem pretty promising. I'm also curious. I'm gonna drag this over, and then I want to see what the system log looks like. Does it show any of this? Because if so, I need to like be wary of that probably. So that was in var system log. No, it only shows the SSH connection. That's pretty neat. Okay, so let's try. Which one did I just get? The config.sys. And then we need to enter my password because I'm running this as sudo. Okay, can't read that file. What about network? Network.config. Also can't read that. Damn. Okay. Striking out here, striking out. So it seems like it needs to be like a binary file, but that doesn't have any file extension at the end. So anything that has anything dot is no good to me. Permission denied to go into root, whatever. I don't think, oh wait, there's an actual config folder in the home folder. Oh, is this it? that would be awkward if that's it. There's something just called straight up mail.txt. And there's a bank.txt. Let me grab this mail.txt. Let's see what we can do with this. Hold on, this feels like the answer, and I just highly overlooked it. So we need to run the decipher program on mail.txt. Oh, we're getting somewhere now. Oh boy, that's a good sign. We got a loading bar. That's awesome. I at least want to beat this first mission. Like, come on. Because this is, that's on me for not taking good enough notes. I took notes on some of the other stuff, but I guess not that one part. Lesson learned, but I think this is it. I mean, it's a folder called config. Like, that's gotta be the config files. And I guess that makes sense. Each user would have their own configuration folder, so it's in the home folder of the user. Like, that checks out. All right, moment of truth. What's gonna be the password? Wings with a capital W. Let's see. Let's give that a whirl. So I need to email this guy back and answer this email with the password that I need, and we will continue talking. So I reply, wings, send. Yes, you have done well. If you want to work, you may want to visit this website. Okay. I'm going, I guess I don't need to, I guess I could just close out of the SSH, right? So Control C, does that not? Okay, exit, that works. Okay. I didn't delete the logs. I don't think I needed to, but hey, we are in. So now I need to go to this. Oh, I could just click to copy that. Open up my browser. Hack shop. Okay. Personal store. Buy what you want. I will not ask questions. Okay, so we got like tools, exploits, jobs. Oh, this is cool. All right. All right. Let's see what's happening here. In the hack shop, there are usually jobs available. In addition to the tools and jobs, some hackers publish their exploits on these pages. The main services and programs of a computer depend on the libraries they have installed. For example, an SSH server has the libssh.so library installed in the system. These libraries usually have vulnerabilities that could be attacked to gain access to the machine. Main services and programs of a computer depend on the libraries they have installed. Okay. As these vulnerabilities are exploited, library developers will discover and patch them, publishing updates so that any system administrator can patch it. Due to the nature of software development, library updates will bring new errors and vulnerabilities that users may exploit, so therefore some versions will be safer than others. However, the latest version is not necessarily the safest. To search for exploits in the store, you have to select the library and the version you want to hack. After pressing search, a list will appear with the exploits. Cool. Okay, this hack shop seems like a pretty central thing. So you can classify the exploits into two classes. You have local use and remote use. Exploits are those that can be run from any computer to attack any remote machine connected to the internet. This type of vulnerability is reserved for libraries of programs that have services open to the outside, such as SSH, FTP, SMTP, and SQL. In the description of the exploit in the store, it is detailed what type of permissions are obtained if the exploit is executed successfully. For example, if executing an exploit gives you access to a terminal on the victim's computer, depending on the type of exploit, you will either have root, guest, or common user access on the machine. Cool. More text. Here we go. All right. The exploits of local use can only be executed from the victim's machine since they use vulnerabilities in the libraries of the OS, such as init.so, kernelmodule.so, and net.so that do not have direct access to the outside. This means in order to successfully run a local exploit, you first need to have gained access, at least as a guest, to the remote machine. Usually this type of exploits are used to escalate privileges on the remote machine. For example, if you have access to the victim's machine, but only with a guest account, you won't be able to do much, but you can upload a local exploit to the victim's machine to give you root privileges. That's pretty sneaky. I guess that makes sense that's done that way, but so you only use a remote exploit to just gain any access you can. And then if you don't have root access with the remote exploit, you upload a local one that accesses some of the OS libraries, and then that ups your privileges. That's pretty cool. Okay. This is neat. I'm learning a lot. Since some vulnerabilities require that specific behaviors occur in programs in order to exploit it, some exploits need certain requirements to be met in order to run successfully. It is advisable to save your money and hire a rented server where you could do tests and prepare your next attack in private without the dangers of alerting the authorities. Okay. When you select an exploit to buy it, you have the option to download the source code or the compiled version. If you want to download the exploit source code to review and compile it yourself with the code editor, select the source code version. If you want to download it, the exploit ready to be used in terminal, leave the box unchecked. Cool. That's cool that you have both options too. This is a cool game. Libraries often have many more hidden vulnerabilities than those found in exploits published in the hack shops. These exploits can be scanned using ScanLib tool to program your own exploits. Okay. If you're interested in programming, check the scripting section of the manual for more information. That is all for now. You can close the window. Let's take a quick gander at this hack shop. That was a lot of info. That was a lot. So the main section is this. We got tools, decipher, which we just got, scan router, sniffer, R shell server, R shell interface, meta exploit, crypto.so, librshell.so. Okay, there's some tools, exploits. You can search anything. So if we just search lib.ssh, we have to enter a version number. So 1.0.0. Wow. Okay, this is cool. Let's just click on a random one. Oregana F474R. It's remote use. Oh, we have 10 coupons. Awesome. Remote use, permission obtained, non-root user. Target is libso greater than version 1. Requires 3 port forwarding configured from the router to target computer. Costs $85, but looks like I have some coupons. Cool. Okay, that's exploits. CTF, capture the flag missions. Oh, okay. Here you can complete missions created by other players, as well as create them to earn extra money by accepting one of the missions. A virtual network will be generated where you have access to complete it. These virtual networks have some limitations compared to real ones, as you cannot access the outside from them. CTFs are only available in multiplayer mode. Okay, well, I'm not doing multiplayer mode, so... I guess maybe I'll go back here. Can I, like, bookmark this? This seems like a good page to... Okay. So, jobs. Let's see what... Okay, wow. What is going on here? Let's at least get started on another job. I'm going to not play a crazy while longer. Honestly, I'm having fun, and I would, but maybe I can keep playing. I'm just going to be interrupted by... I had to take a quick break to, like, deal with maintenance. I don't know. I might have to stop before then. I'm winging it. Some of these are interesting. Corrupt data. Okay, so you need reputation to do some of these. Some of these are... Client wants to modify the information of a police record. Client wants to change some grades in his academic record. This one sounds like fun. Client wants to change some grades in his academic record. It's necessary that you infiltrate the network to modify some data. $220. Let's do it. That sounds like a fun one. So let's get some, hopefully, info. Great. I'm going to take better notes this time. So client wants to change some grades in his academic network. The remote IP of the victim is 171. Yada, yada, yada. The LAN network where the database is located is that. So we have the IP of the address of the victim and the database. If you cannot access directly, try to access through a teacher's computer in the local network. The record need to modify is Bernadine Maltrier. Client wants to modify the subject economy and change the note to approved at least. Okay. This was all stuff from the previous mission, so I can get rid of that. So we have this IP address. Paste that like there. And paste this here. So we'll do like server. No, wait, that's the wrong one. This one's the client. I cannot type. There we go. And then server. There's the name, and the thing we want to change is economy. Okay. So first things first, I'm probably going to do what I did last time, right? So we start with a simple grabbing the client and doing who is on the IP address to get an email, and start out with a bit of social engineering first. Because we get the admin, which is Vicky. See, the issue is, though, we don't have the name of... Whoops, admin. Whoops, it's Vicky. Okay. The tough part is we don't have a name of any staff member, so that we can't, like, act like a staff member. We have a client IP. I don't know if there's much we can do with that. I don't think we can do like an nmap lookup. We can. I'm gonna try. That didn't do anything. Okay. Okay. We can't access, so we're gonna have to probably do some exploit, I assume. So what we need to do is do in like a, whoops, I always keep doing that. We don't really need this email anymore. Whoops, I wanted my manual. There we go. Let me look at some of these terminal programs for networking. Familiarize myself. One of these, is it NS lookup? I think is what I need. No, nmap. Yeah, we need Nmap. Oh, I don't have it installed. Oh, that's maintenance. I'm gonna be right back, but I might hop off stream after this. Hold on. Okay. Are we back? I think we're almost back. There we go. Scene change takes a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap up early today. This is a lot shorter than I wanted it to be, especially because I'm really enjoying this game. This is a lot of fun. I definitely return to this. I might even return to it later this week. Maybe I'll do a surprise weekend stream and stream this for a few hours because I am genuinely having a blast. I would play a lot longer today if didn't have maintenance stuff going on at my place. So yeah, I'm gonna be back next week doing a web dev stream, Tuesday, same time, 1 p.m. And that's about that. I'm on YouTube and Twitch. I'll just quickly shout out. So if you're following me on Twitch, you want to watch on YouTube, you can. Software with Thomas at both places. And that's about it. So sorry for the shorter stream. Like I said, I'll probably stream this weekend just to play this more because I'm having a blast. And that's all I got. So I will see you all probably later this weekend, if not next week. So see ya. Hope you have a good week and go do some hacking or like, in game, not really, because that's bad. Well, it can be good, but you don't want to get yourself in trouble. But anyway, see everybody.